double. Jim of Chicago on there live too.
Right.
Bible chat to make sure that we straight.
All right, shalom, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ba'adash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow neighbors doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. All right, the 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird among the heathen, that look like those heathen. This is not a black thing. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you we say shalom. All right, and you saw the title. It's called Esau is the biggest welfare recipient, and niggas, they're lost for or destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we're gonna point out and bring out some of that knowledge that they need to know, and expose, and continue to expose and spew shameful spewing upon the glory of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and just proving how wicked he really is, how devious and deceptive that he truly is. Devil means to deceive. They're the true deceivers, and they have deceived the whole earth, basically since the 1500s when they came back into power. Late 1400s when they came back into power through the Renaissance. They whitewashed history, and now they've got the whole world enslaved with contractual law, and most of their contractual law goes against the laws of the lands that they're in. When you in a particular land, and that land has a constitution or a law of that land, the contractual law that they're using via the bar, all the NATO Western countries, those contractual contracts in most cases violate the law of the land. So there's a lot of things that they're doing to the citizens of the West, which are legal according to the sovereignty laws that's supposed to protect you. All right, just to let you know, this man, through injuries, and somebody grab that quick, real quick, and through contractual law. Get Isaiah 10:1 real quick too, and then we're gonna go into the lesson. Arala, you gonna, hand it over to you.
Got it.
I got the. Oh, go ahead.
You funny. All right.
I got the Surah 10:8. Go ahead.
Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Turn that one out. Turn that one on.
I got you. Go ahead, brother. Doug, you
Because the darkest brother sit over there on the dark couch.
Yeah, no, we got midnight and black hole.
Darkness. All right. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. To turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the people from the poor, to take away
the right
from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Yeah, so they rob the fatherless, and they break people down, and they destroy you through contractual law. And it's aimed mostly, it's aimed at their own people too, because these people, they do bad unto themselves. But it's mostly aimed at Jacob, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and especially Judah. All right, because Esau, Edom understood the prophecies. That scripture never came out in Judith yesterday. I think it's the 5th chapter, about how they understood that as long as we obeyed the law, statutes, and commandments, we stayed in power. So we will bring it out today. We'll bring that out first, and then Arala, you going.
The last sit down was about that. I literally just did a sit down about that. That Judas the 5th chapter.
Yeah, that's
being about.
That's the spirit. So they had our playbook, and then they got rid of the apocrypha. Said it wasn't. They used the apocrypha when they, especially once Esau identified that he was in the apocrypha, and that it exposed that white people are the Edomites and the wicked and the devil that the Bible speaks of.
I got to back you up.
So they went ahead and removed the apocrypha, tried to hide the evidence.
Right. Just to back up exactly what you said,
ahead,
and it goes with the lesson, Malachi 1:14. But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifices unto the Lord a corrupt thing, which proves this is not no deceiver, as in Satan would they'll say, oh, that's Satan, the devil, all right? It's not, no, this is a person that's here on the planet, because he said he has a flock and have males. Remember, the scripture says the angels don't have sex, so they don't have no flocks, and they don't have no, angels don't have descendants and things that came from their loins as a flock does. You have a sheep and produce from other sheep, and you have males and females and so forth. This here is that the Lord is telling you this is a human. Go ahead.
To make a quick point about what you're saying, even going into Yahweh Shai and crushing that madness, that virgin birth, it said, took, just to back up what the other brother saying, he said he took not upon him the nature of an angel, but the seed of Abraham.
That's
just
right.
going into what the other saying. Salah.
No, that's perfect. So, but he said, "Cursed be the deceiver."
So you gotta know it's a man.
That's
like
right.
the elder priest Van Lawyer in the spirit world used to say, through sex. Through the flesh.
That's right.
It means sex.
That's right. That's right. It said Malachi 1:14, but cursed be the deceiver, which had, and this also links up with Isaiah the 14th chapter. It says that Lucifer, which they always say is Satan, which is not his name. Shaitan is the adversary's name according to the scriptures. All right, and they'll say Lucifer. He said, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?" So they let you know this is this flock of males. This is men. It says, "Cursed be the deceiver." So there's a group of people, a nation that got a flock, a whole nation. That's a group of that. Their job is to deceive. The cursed be the deceiver which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrifices unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful amongst the heathen. So there's a flock, a nation of people who are the nation of deceivers. Ye are your father, the devil, and the works that he do, that's what you're going to do. There's a race of that, and that so-called white man, Esau, Edom.
He is that race.
And the Lord called him the anointed cherub that covered.
That's it.
That's his thing.
To cover you what?
Hide information.
Right, he
hide
covered.
shit from
So
you.
he hid who he was. He hid who you were. Gave you a false identity and titles, and then he hid who they are, and gave themselves false identities and titles. They whitewashed medieval and dark age history.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I mean they have made. I can only imagine the amount of money they made off that show Vikings. That they made off. They
my
made
favorite show. That Game of Thrones.
They made off.
The
Last Kingdom.
That's my third.
All right, you know that they made off us. You know, although they did kind of show you the truth a little bit more in that. I was gonna say Spartacus, but the money that they made off all these different Valhalla shows and Viking shows, and I got news for you, so-called white man. Those weren't white people, you know, and they get so angry, you know, because like somebody was complaining about Yaski. You know, because somebody was just complaining. White people would complain about Yaski, and a Japanese woman had to get on there and correct them and tell them, look, she's like, look, dummies, I'm Japanese. I know my history, and Yaski was a black man. It's like they got a problem with Jake being great at anything, and I got news for you.
made him gay.
Bach, Beethoven,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't get down with their gay shit, you know, in Japan, especially at that time.
In the feudal lord time.
You know, but so that's the thing. Well, we gonna make them great, but we gonna make them gay.
Yeah, that
Right.
So I'm a mighty ass warrior, but I'm a damn ball juggler at the same time. Right, Yaski's just out there juggling balls. Fuck out of here, man.
He did it to Vlad.
Beethoven.
Yeah, so Vlad
Was
right, you know, Dracula, that whole story. Though none of those people were white people.
That's right.
And all you got to do is just look up the history, and it's an easy thing to discover what we're saying being true. If you don't look it up or you ignore the evidence, that just goes to show you.
Read the Autobot.
I was gonna say real quick for the other Malcolm. Every time somebody that's credible enough for me to send them a video on this matter, because I don't just send shit to everybody. I got it keyed up, the sit down that he did back in the day about Hero Bluetooth. That video was undeniable of the Vikings.
All the evidence.
That's a legendary video, man.
Yeah. They got, man, I think that video got almost 100,000 hits.
It's in my list, on my life.
But yeah, the information that was given in that video proved it beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Vikings were not white people, man. And you could do lessons for days just off the comment board on that. And they on there having a fit
Mm-hmm. Now you know
How
the
dare
you know the video I sent Instagram. I sent you a couple, but one in particular a couple
That
weeks
video
ago.
about 6 years old now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of Shakespeare out his autobiography. This is his writing out of his own autobiography, and he referred to how he don't like how some people would call him a little black Jew boy. So why would Shakespeare say, I hate it when they call me a black Jew boy?
Because they wanted, like I said, they want to hide and cover up that medieval history. I was listening, you know, sometimes I train and teach to classical music.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I actually like to drill to classical music.
I play it.
All right,
Wow.
and you know, because brothers want to hear, you know, Sosa and all the other shit, and I actually like that song.
Which is why I don't show it.
But the point being, I actually like to drill to
Me too.
classical music, man.
It's been scientifically proven
And,
that classical music increases your brain.
And the thing is that all the greatest classical music, the era when it started and came to be, those were all Negroes.
That's right.
Those were the Negroes that were in Europe. But not to get too far off topic, to bring it back around. Read that scripture. What was the other one about?
Sirach 10 and 8.
Hold that Isaiah 10 and 1. That's gonna come out after Rala takes over.
You wanted Sirach
But you
10
read
and 8
that
too.
you can read. We can read that Sirach 10 and 8,
Oh,
and then that Judith, and then we'll hold off on that 10 and 1 until after Rala do his thing.
This is Sirach.
Don't make me nervous.
This is Sirach 10 and 8. Man, I'm gonna start at 7 though. This is Sirach 10 and 7. It says pride, because this is how you know it's talking about Esau too. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, because they the sons of the devil too. And by both doing one committed iniquity because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah,
right.
Bring it down, brother.
Oh yeah, and that's how you know it. And I always bring out the aspect of the best two things. Us being out here and being able to teach the truth, and us being able to get that sweet white woman too, man. You know this kingdom is being translated from one people to another. Look how bugged out Esau is out here, all fentanyl, all this shit. And it's because the blood that they shed upon this land, like it says in the book of Numbers, it's the blood debt. But this is not this is a transition. It's a trade in places. Definitely that sweet white nectar.
Bring it out, read. Go
Okay,
Jim
that
6.
bitch, yeah, read on.
This is Deuteronomy. If thou shalt take another wife.
That's true. And that's another thing. I've been bringing that out. Hey, even though we on some folly, as we brothers, you know, we this in the spirit. But I've been bringing out that Deuteronomy. I said, you niggas act like y'all mama and y'all baby mama agree with that Deuteronomy, man.
God knows.
I'm
Look at
telling
her
you,
hair wrap,
man.
tight as hell.
Y'all niggas don't
Not
look.
one of them.
They
brings
Christians
it
Stay
up.
when
away
it's
from that
convenient.
black woman, man.
Hey, they read the Bible when it's convenient, when it's being told to
But
them.
that's because
it.
of what? The kingdom being, that's another sin. Hey, that's Jeremiah. It said in that days a woman shall compass a man. Now a bitch got an opinion. That only happened in Western civilization.
Period.
Now that, what you saying?
Period.
That, okay. That shit don't even happen in our, let fuck with Ishmael. Them bitches over there doing the Ishmael, knock them bitches upside their head.
Haiti too.
Them niggas in Siberia. Hey, this soft ass shit only happened over here, but it's still backfiring on them, and that's why Esau and Keisha going down right now, because the kingdom being translated. The elect of Israel are being waken up, man, going into Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter and the 1st verse. You know?
Okay. All right, bring out that Judith, brother. And see, so Esau, like I said, Esau took the apocryphal, used the playbook to get up over us, and then hid the apocryphal. All right, but he knew that if we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, that he would be able to get up over us very high, fulfill that scripture. All right, and that's exactly what he's done. He's got up high above us, and then he whitewashed and hid history, and basically have lied about every fucking thing.
Right.
All right. But go ahead, brother. Read it. Whoever got
This
it.
is Judith 5. I'm gonna bounce around through it. So basically, the king came against the Israelites, but we didn't surrender to him. So we asked, who are these people? Now this is the response. Judith 5 and 5. Then said Achor, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my Lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people, which dwelleth near thee, an inhabitant inhabited the hill countries, and there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant. All right, now I'm gonna jump down, because essentially it goes into how the Lord delivered us out of Egypt. He did miracles for us. He fucked the Egyptians up. Whenever we got into trouble, we prayed. But this is the point that he understood the fullness of it. Verse 17. Let's start at 16. They cast forth before them the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Jebusite, and the Shechemite, and all the Girgashites. And they dwelt in that country many days, because we fucked many kings up. The Lord fought for us. And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hated iniquity was with them. Oh, they departed from the way which he appointed them. They were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach for all the world. So he explained plainly that as long as we serve in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you can't fuck with us. All right, the only reason we look, we brothers, I guess, down the line, so that's the spirit. Every nigga knows that at least we're physically superior to Esau. Intellectually as well, but every nigga don't know that, because niggas think low of themselves. But every nigga know that Esau was fucking feeble, man. And you gotta ask yourself, well, how did they take us down?
I was thinking that in the 5th and 6th grade.
Come on, brother.
Yep.
In the 5th and 6th grade, I have to be honest, brother.
Yeah.
5th and 6th grade, because I watch TV. I mean, I watch sports. I watch boxing. I watch football, baseball, basketball. I played those sports, and and played sports against them. And I was like, I'm so much faster than them, so much stronger than them. And I said, my people are, all right. And it was like, well, damn, how did they beat us in a fight? I was thinking that way as a young man, a child. All right, like, how did this happen? And now through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, Salakia, I actually understand.
Yeah,
it was the spirit, it's prophecy.
Yeah,
the Lord had to do it,
and it proves the scripture's true. And it's Deuteronomy 32 and 30. How shall one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock has sold them?
Come on, bro.
And Yahweh has shut them up. So the Lord sold us, man. He gave. Hey, what did it say in I believe Jeremiah the 12th chapter? The Lord gave us into the hands of the nations, man.
Yep.
All right, for their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. The Lord, our rock, made our enemies be the judges over us, the rulers over us. He sold us unto them, man.
And he said he did.
Yeah, hey, this Jeremiah 50, they understand this. So they make sure you niggas stay. Like, what you say, something?
No, it said in Psalms 44, he sells us not for. They say he didn't sell us for a price. Basically, he gave us up to other nations.
Yep. So,
and if I may, he did it because of our disobedience.
Well,
he
yeah.
said your own sins have withholding good things from you, and that's why I hate Jake a lot of times. If God loved us so much, why he do this? If God loved
nigga, you sin.
Exactly, and they never take accountability, man. It's that fucking
unthankful, unloving, unholy. Look what you're doing right fucking now, you bitch.
That's right, brother.
Hey, this Jeremiah 50 and 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. The hills represent nations.
That's right.
All right, so some people forgot who they were.
That's it.
We became everything under the fucking sun, right?
Yeah, Jake believe in anything besides the truth.
Yeah.
You got Jake that's fucking
Amish.
Into Buddhism and
Drinking they piss.
you know what I'm saying? They into
In the
all
book, yeah,
types, you
drinking
know,
they piss.
They into all types of madness besides
Witchcraft and all.
Yep. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversary says, so this is the enemies. This is what the Edomites say. This is what the Moabites say. This is what all the heathens say when they rule over us. Psalms 83rd chapter. We offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. So that's why Esau makes sure they put swine in everything, man. All right, it's fine. Hey, look, if you really got the list of shit, you would just be sitting in your room, man.
Yeah,
it's
that's
supposed
right.
to be swine in damn garlic cloud. It's swine every fucking.
Yeah, they put it everywhere, and we really are eating our food to file. Just real quick, like when you go into these little corner stores that Ishmael and Elam own, the 7-Elevens and the corner stores, when you walk in there, it's a damn high fructose sugar hell. And you notice, like, I have dark chocolate, and I'll eat a little bit of dark chocolate every other day. Dark chocolate is high in magnesium and good for your blood, and can help to keep blood pressure low. But when you walk into the hood, all they sell is that poison ass milk chocolate. They don't have no dark chocolate, no fucking way. All it is all that pork fat stuff, and all that red this and yellow that and all that. Right, nothing. I'm like, damn. You got all this chocolate and all this candy. You don't have no dark chocolate, not one.
So
that's a plan.
You know what's so fucked up? It's because niggas are dumb. Every the Walgreens right here in the hood, CVS in the hood, they do got it. You own a pack, and right next to all the other candy niggas is getting, they overlook, they got the 95% cacao, dark chocolate right there.
Hey, bro, they got 80, 70, 80, 90.
Walgreens the only spot, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's right there. It's right there. Niggas don't think to.
But it's in Jules, too. It's in Mariano's, it's in the other stores, but niggas have no idea.
Most Mariano's are not in the hood.
True that.
There's only one.
That's true that.
The hood be a food desert, man.
It is.
Just to back up.
So what I'm saying,
so
what I'm saying is when you walk into the hood and you go into Ishmael's spot and Elam's spot, all you seeing
No, I'm not
is
negating
that poison.
What I'm saying, I'm not negating that. That's true. What I'm saying is, every hood still got a CVS and Walgreens,
This
but
is
niggas
true.
don't know.
They don't know what cacao is. They don't know what
Well,
cacao means.
There's the title.
Right now, cacao. Right now, they'll be like cacao. They don't even, because cacao don't even look like cocoa to them. They think cocoa is C-O-C-O. They don't know that cacao is actually cocoa. Now, if I go into my cupboard, you'll see 90%, 70%, because we're in the know. These niggas don't know shit.
But even if you did introduce it to
Oh,
them,
they still gonna scoff.
They don't want it.
It's too bitter.
When I
It's too
first
bitter.
tasted it, I'm like, man, this shit nasty.
It's bitter.
I love it.
You gotta
Get it with honey.
And right now, matter of fact, if I'll show you every chocolate thing I have in the cupboard is dark chocolate strawberries, dark chocolate cherries, dark chocolate blueberries. It's all dark chocolate.
But again, I wanted to finish this point because I want to make sure it's clear. I'm not negating the mouth because
That's right.
for 50, 60 years, niggas done had that shit even in the Walgreens, CVS.
Nope.
But now that the information is coming out, because we're at the end time, niggas so conditioned by Esau, they destroyed you. They gave you straight bullshit.
100%.
You don't know. You don't know
You
when
want
you
a
get
Kit Kat
Yeah.
when cacao's sitting right there.
You don't want to listen to a real estate agent
Snickers.
telling you a whole bitch. You got
Churro flavor.
a voucher for Section 8. You got a real estate agent on TikTok telling you can get a crib with it. So now you want to go ahead and get this apartment in the fucking Ickies. I mean, you know.
I told my baby mama. She said, "Well, I'm gonna get what I can get," you know.
They don't believe
No, that's
it.
your cue right there,
Yeah.
brother. He
Yeah,
fed
man,
you.
I-
He gave you the layup, brother. Go on.
Yeah, so
The DJ, he
yeah,
left.
so what Esau is doing, what's been set up is, with the Section 8 vouchers,
Right.
what Esau been doing is getting putting all of their assets in trust, basically to hide their funds, And hey, look, really, they not, like the scriptures say, they're not in trouble as other men. This system is truly set up for Esau to thrive. Whether you're an elite or you're the lower class, you still got a place. You thriving because you're an Edomite. So they taking the Section 8 vouchers, and they buying houses. They may get a 3-bedroom voucher, a 4-bedroom voucher, and they will take the vouchers and they will go get a mortgage, and the government, they will get a 10-year mortgage, and the government will pay 70% of the mortgage, and they would only have to pay the little portion, the little 30% of the portion, which may be a couple $100. Just the same way it's written. But with Jake, they don't tell Jake this information. This information about buying houses with Section 8 vouchers is just not coming out. And now Jake is just not getting hit to it.
That's why they want to shut down the internet.
Right. Now because when Jake get a hold to something, Jake run with it. And now you get Israelites finding out the hack, and they trying to buy these houses with the Section 8 vouchers.
Well, just like they did with the Title 11 and Title 7 bankruptcy. They started taking away because Esau had been doing it all along, having filing for bankruptcy and keeping their businesses,
Yep.
keeping their cars, keeping their house.
Mhm.
But when Jake started doing it,
They
they
changed.
started changing the laws.
Yeah, now you can't have your child support. Child support is not included on it, which is illegal in the first place.
Read.
Student loans, you can't put
The what?
student loans on it.
Which
is illegal in the
Which
first
is
place.
Title 4D,
which,
read.
which,
Go ahead.
which for one, which a student loan is still a debt. All right, which still it should be able to still fall upon that, but that's Esau and his bullshit, man.
No, it's fraud.
I used to work in a law firm, old ass fucking attorney.
Read.
For the longest, Esau was going to law school and medical school, graduating, and immediately filing bankruptcy to get that debt forgiven. That way, when they get a good job, it ain't no debt. They
Right.
set up.
Yeah,
Set
they
up.
got
Generational wealth.
They set up.
So
So
they
Yeah,
started in the
read.
fucking 70s,
right,
or maybe the 80s, I forget. But when Jake started getting hip to shit,
They
and
started-
going
See,
to
that's
shit,
the MO. Even when we talk to,
There we go, and that falls right in line. But go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say to the guy in our circle, I'm gonna keep his name out there right now. But the guy in our circle is the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because every time he said it in the little meeting we had not too long ago, he said, no, the code was such and such and such for so long, but after so many got hip to it, the IRS changed the code.
Yeah.
He moves that's his fucking
He
MO.
moves the goal-
He moves the
Niggas figure it out.
goalposts back and say, "Oh, I know you made it. You made it to the 15-yard line. Yes, we're gonna add another 20
Check it out.
to make it a 40-yard
Well, they-
field goal attempt in the
Or
25."
then you make it all the way to the end zone, like I did.
Yeah.
I made it all the way to the end
You
zone,
did.
and they called a permanent timeout.
He said, "Timeout."
that shit, yeah.
Hey,
It seemed like it's
they're
right.
gonna,
They
they
said,
tell you
"Hold
you got a right to a speedy trial, but then now that you won the trial and they're the losers, you know what? Come
do
back
it plain.
5 months from now, and then you come back 5 months. You know
Actually, it
what?
was supposed to be 5 days from now.
I know.
A week.
Right.
It's about 5.5 months.
And but shit, if you look at the whole process, it's been about 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
So the whole problem is
Yeah,
that's what
Reed.
Esau does. They keep pushing it back because he does not want to be accountable, and he teaches everybody else who follows his vibration, the heathens and the 230ans, especially the nigga women,
And that's how
don't
he-
be accountable.
And that's how
Go ahead,
you
Rick.
see a lot of these Ishmaelites and these Edomites coming up because Esau giving them the breakdown. Because that's why they got businesses and still got the link cards, because Esau showed them how to put their shit in trust, hide the fucking money, all right, hide the money so you qualify for these benefits, man. All right, so you qualify for it, and then when they get older, you gotta think, you buy a house, all right, and you ain't paid for it in 10 years, you can sell that house and all that money is all profit. It's all profit, and you can sell that house. And, or leave that house to your kids, and now your kids set up. You can do it all again with another house.
Kids.
You know, and, you know, and this the thing that Esau been
Creating
doing.
generational wealth.
Creating general for free, really. You know.
And then and then they want to sit back, and then you have these heathens, these other people sit back and say, well, what's wrong with so-called black people? Well, they're purposely leaving Judah out of this.
They don't teach us shit.
These opportunities are completely denied them. This knowledge and information is completely denied them, which is allowing everyone else to just get up over them.
Hey,
Reed,
what,
go
what,
ahead.
what year did they take civics out of here in Chicago? 'Cause I don't know about the other states.
They took it out. Well, I would say in Chicago, I don't know, because they didn't have civics when I was in school, so it was before that. They took civics. I mean, because they used to teach civil law in schools. I think it was probably in the 70s. That was probably the last. Because a lot of the people, the baby boomers, a lot of them know
They
their
knew of
civil
it.
law.
See,
A
now,
lot
why
of them
would-
they'll need lawyers.
Why would the government?
The generation before the boomers and the boomers, most of them would talk law, and so they would that because them be the ones you see on camera, customer service,
right,
police
right,
officers,
right,
telling you
right.
to get off their land and just talking to them how they want to because they understand the law to the fullest.
So why would the government, if they love you so fucking much, say, "I'm not going to teach you how we do law"?
Matter of fact, we're gonna set up this thing for attorneys and lawyers only, who are all a part of the system that helps keep you. That's what this whole letter is about.
Right.
This is a letter to the bar that I'm gonna present to the judge, who's stalling on my case. All right. Matter of fact, the whole thing, they're out of order because, according to the Title 4D, even though I've won, they still have failed to give me back all my license and stuff. Well, in 2021, this letter went out to the entire bar. They don't know that I have this. All right. So then this is live. So basically, it says notice to the bar and this will be done in all caps.
And
It
now
said,
it's like a bar is British British Attorney Registry or something.
British Admiralty Registry.
Bir-
So all British
fucking
Admiralty
British,
Registry.
they
So
show you
basically,
bullshit.
it's not even American. So they're using maritime law and other shit to control you Americans. Duh. Because there's a difference between attorney and lawyer. I forget which one is
Attorney-
tied in with the bar,
Right,
because
yeah, attorney
you have
tied with the bar.
So you have to actually pass the bar to be
An
a
attorney.
practicing, because you could become a lawyer, but to practice law you have to pass the bar. That means
As
which
an
means you have to
attorney.
register with
To
the
be-
bar.
to
And
be
that
an
means
attorney,
basically what that means is we know you're a lawyer, but fuck the Constitution and the law of the land. We riding with this other shit, and that's basically what they're doing. So right here, it says child support, no automatic suspension of an obligor in driver's license upon issuance of the child support related warrant. Interim relaxation of the court rules to conform to statute. The Supreme Court has relaxed the supplemented rules 57-4A, income withholding for child support notices, so they're not even supposed to take your taxes. And all this was done in 2021, but yet they're still enforcing it. Any guy who's dealing with that since that time should have their licenses back and not be getting their money taken, all right, from their income taxes. Income withholding for child support notices and 575 failure to pay enforcement by the court or party, suspension of revocation of licenses for failure to support respondents, execution of child support judgments and post judgments, interest to conform to L 2019 C.276, which amended the NDSA 2A. I know they hate me. I know they do, but I hate them even more. 17-5641 by prohibiting the automatic suspension of child support obligors' driver's license upon issuance. Driver's license upon issuance of child support related warrant. So, and then I could read more, but I'm gonna stop after this. It said the court's January 5th, 2021. That was the date. All right, order is attached. The rule of relaxation is effective retroactive to January 1st, 2021, and will remain in effect pending development and adoption of conforming rule amendments. I'm not even going to read the rest because the judge can really get slapped with that in an even better version of it. But nevertheless, if as of 2021, any person whose license has been suspended as a result of this, the courts are acting unlawfully. They're breaking the law. You're supposed to have your license back, and they're not supposed to be taking your income tax either. All right, and that's the law that they're not following. So these people don't actually follow the law. I always tell you that they use these codes and statutes to override the law of the land. All right, that's what these people do. They're unjust. They are unjust rulers in there, and they fuck over the American people day in and day out, and that's twice if you're a Judite or if you got brown skin. All right, you can bring it out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 20.
That's like love.
Shall the throne, it says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
Damn. So there it is. They frame of mischief by law.
Right.
They call wickedness being lawful. Well, go ahead, Raleigh, back on you, brother.
I mean, yeah, so, and through the spirit, hey, look, that's why all this, see, the veil being lifted off Esau is not just, it's everything. The Lord is uncovering everything on this fucking devil. All right, if a brother can get that, the veil, all right, that's been over the people.
God,
Not only
25:7.
Not only the information, see, Esau trickery runs deep. All right, Esau not only with the child support and everything, but just knowledge in general.
Hey,
Energy, how you dealing with energy? It's a lot of videos coming out about the that it's energy everywhere, and people are making this shit out of copper wire in a fucking backyard, and they finding out. That's why Tesla wanted to build a tower, because when you get to a certain height, you conduct a certain amount of voltage all right? And you need a certain amount of current to run your home.
There's nothing new under the sun.
You know?
They actually knew a lot of this stuff in the ancient world
That
too.
shit old
And
technology.
Esau has hidden, because I've seen the videos where they were actually lighting up the pyramids and shit.
Yeah, it's really,
They just didn't need torches to walk inside of them.
yeah,
right?
the Baghdad batteries.
They do that because it's a threat to their petroleum money. They're making the money off the gas and stuff.
Come. But just Esau wicked in general. He don't want Esau is completely left. Esau, like the scripture, the brother can get it. The spirit in him is not upright. Everything this dude do is just completely left. All right, even when on every level. So like the scriptures say, if good, he do it for
I got it right
unwilling.
here.
Oh, that's the spirit.
It's Sirach 14 and 7. Sirach 14 and 7. If he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he would declare his wickedness. And that goes back to even, the first part of the brother Rala was going into, where's the Section 8 shit.
Right.
See, Esau that shit wasn't made for us. That shit was made for the Edomites that wasn't doing so well, so they could be appeased.
Yep.
And then it was like, well, you know what? We can use it for the nigger woman as well to keep the black man down, because all this shit is about keeping us down.
That's
That's the curse, man. So it was to make sure that they help they people out and to keep and fuck us over. That's the whole point of they frame it mischief by law. That's the whole point. Daniel 7:25. He shall speak great words against the Most High, shall work the saints of the Most High. I think to change times and laws, they should be given into his hand until the time and times and the dividing of time. So this devil was set up to oppress us, man.
That's right.
And everything he does to oppress us. Even the shit that seems like it's good, it's oppressing us.
Right.
When they gave the black woman all this extra ass shit, they did what? They despised their men. Which really they should have been in unison with their man and used that shit to be decent. Esau, a bitch say.
No, but they wanted to be free and have freedom and free to be a thought.
And that's what it boils down to. Now you're more depressed than ever, man. That's why you're antidepressants.
And
You gotta get me out of survival,
And
bro.
they about to get left out in the
Shout out
cold
to the top,
with
man.
everything that's about to happen in this society too.
Fuck the black.
But you know what? Let's play that video for a second.
Got you.
And now that the Rala spoke on it, let's go ahead and play that
Give me
video.
1 second to turn on the sound bar.
It's on. Now it's on. Give me 1 second to press play.
I was watching the pilot to All in the Family the other day. And it told us when the shit started changing, but all that shit was for a lot of that shit was set up for the left. Even this show Always Sunny in Philadelphia, how the white motherfuckers went straight to aid office, got on aid. All right. Hey, even how y'all remember we was at Sam's Club, this is probably 12 years ago, and we saw the motherfuckers that had the stove and they was getting everything in bulk at the Sam's Club.
Yeah.
So these heathens come over here to America, they get a hell of amount of link, EBT. They'll get it's just a regular fucking heathen, Ishmael, get $1,000 a month EBT. He take that to the Sam's Club, get all this shit in bulk, stock up his store in the hood, and overcharge us.
$4
$1 waters, which costs you
everything.
$3. Remember the Crystal Geyser waters?
Yeah.
This be 99 cents everywhere else. You go right here, they $3 at the gas station.
Yep.
This nigga went and bought this shit in bulk with his EBT card.
Yep.
Well,
It's
meanwhile,
cash.
they get more than a nigga woman get.
They
We were
do.
talking about that. We were talking
They
about
do.
that.
Them
We talking about
Israelites
that.
We
and
talked
Yeah.
to the
They
heathen
do,
about
man.
at the gas station.
And then,
That's
on
fucked
top
up,
of
man.
that, because this shit is real nigger knowledge, but this is heavy shit. This is like the elder Nagab said earlier, this the songs the 83 crew. But on top of that, these black bitches in the ghetto go sell all their link cards, and these crackheads who get dumped in the system, they sell their link cards to the Arabs, and the Arabs go buy the shit
They
from
go buy
Buck
the shit from Buck,
and
yeah.
come sell that shit in the hood to keep shit Ray Ray.
That's what fucked us up, because they gave the creature that the Lord didn't give no one understanding to the fucking power, which is why you need to hear it. We had shit. Esau took, make sure they bombed us. All right, they committed arson in our neighborhoods, 1919. All right, even back in growing up in the 90s, the 80s, you had the hood candy stores.
Yeah.
That bitch had enough sense to use a link.
Yeah,
the
the
food
basement.
stamps, get the shit, the candy stores.
Not
and
so
Yeah, there was a
chip ups
candy
and
lady,
chip
candy.
and
Candy lady.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a candy lady in every
ices
hood.
and shit.
Yeah.
You don't even do that
Candy
no
lady.
more. Cause now you bitches
Yep,
selling
time.
the link. to go to the motherfucking the seafood bowl spot on 47.
And the nail shop.
And the real good ones, only,
the
the real good ones. I remember, man, because you had the candy stores, then you have the old ladies, you know, who actually made hot dogs and burgers and fries. Right, so all the kids, at lunchtime, they would go to the candy store and go get the burgers and fries from her.
Yep.
And it was better than the lunchroom food.
My grandma used to sell plates, burgers, fries. My Irish grandma, plates, burgers, fries, blunts, cigarettes, all night. Never left her husband. She stayed on our block 40 years. Never locked her door one time. Open all night, selling that shit. Blunts, pops. Plates early in the morning, waking up, cooking pancakes and eggs, selling that shit to every nigga on the block. Years. $2 a fucking plate, man.
What's the deal?
Super.
Well, $2 went a long way 20 years ago. Compared to today.
They call the meals an old bird because that's what everybody calls it. They say, man, I'm getting me an old bird.
It's right, and it's really sad. The sad thing is that if you go look at what your money could do for you today versus what it can do 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, whatever, will actually show you how bad the dollar and how bad we are as in an economical state.
Which, by the way, today, Saudi Arabia officially dropped the dollar. Yeah. So you can hear everything downhill from here.
That's major. It's like, if I may say.
Because that means that, look, Saudi Arabia sells its oil to most of the world. That means they're no longer buying it in the dollar anymore.
America don't get its cut off top anymore.
So America is getting ready to feel it.
B-Rabbit
make these niggas.
One of the things that's been floating in America is the oil, the oil.
Now, everybody had to make their transactions. So no matter what.
Yes.
If Japan and Australia, well, let me use a different country. I don't know what the fuck Australia use. If Japan,
you were right though. When everybody, the dollar is the reserve currency of the planet.
I just know the Australian currency. So if Japan,
the rand, R-A-N-D.
Okay, so if Japan and Australia made a business deal, when they sent their money, for one, when they sent their money to each other, they used the SWIFT transaction system, which is American based. So that means it automatically converts everything to U.S. dollars at a rate. All right.
So America is making this
exactly.
So and that's over.
That gave the dollar power. So that was the trick. When they got rid of the Bretton Woods system, they finally took the gold standard off for the world. It only stood because everybody got to buy oil. Everybody got to use the U.S. dollar. Now they don't need that. The U.S. dollar and buying its debt is no longer needed.
Which is why America has to start and go to war.
Yes.
So expect everything to amp up. And America's enemies are ahead of them with everything. Missile technology, they're also, but even more so, they're ahead of them. They're ahead of them with the technocracy. So America's going to have to really immediately go to its digital thing a whole lot faster. All you people who still stupid enough to be a part of IUIC and these camps and these other camps that don't teach about the MOTV.
I just want to make a quick correction. It's like I want to make a quick correction. The rand is the South African currency. The Australian currency is called the Australian dollar.
Yeah, which I thought.
But I just want to make sure because the rand was the first thing that came up. But it doesn't matter. If America has had made a deal with Saudi Arabia to deal, and this is the point I was trying to make. If Saudi Arabia, which they did with the Bretton Woods Agreement, made a deal with America that all their transactions would be in the dollar, that means whoever they sold gold to was in the dollar, which made America get a cut off top. But once that's over, which was on June 9th, 6/9 today, God damn it, it's over with. And now guess what? What happened on January 1st? Saudi Arabia was officially brought into who? The BRICS. So now that Saudi Arabia, who controls majority of the oil on the planet, along with a couple of other producers, but Saudi Arabia is known to be one of the biggest
Israel
ones.
is in a whole lot of trouble.
Not only Israel, but everybody who's not on the BRICS.
Well, what I mean,
without trouble,
because that was one of their strongest allies in the region.
Yes,
and now they've lost them.
Yes,
all right. So that's what I mean. That's
Now NATO now cannot, and America now, and Israel now, and all the NATO affiliates can't go to Saudi Arabia for the low now and get a bonus on top of it and get the oil. Now they got to pay them top dollar and gold too, because BRICS
to launch their planes and set up their stuff from.
Yep.
Use their air bases to launch attacks and military action. That shit is over.
Yes, sir.
You had asked for that Isaiah 26 and 10.
Dragons
a
on
little
the
while
radio.
ago.
26 and 7.
20,
The cover, the
cover.
face covering, yeah.
24 7.
Did we play that video?
No,
yet?
Not yet.
Wait,
I'm going to let you play it.
you had asked for one of them.
But go ahead, brother.
Rala called for it. So I
Huh.
said 25 cents.
Yeah, somebody
I got it.
called it.
This Isaiah 25 and 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people,
Oh.
and the
Right, it said all. So
So that lets you know it went everywhere.
that's why you
All
see.
means all.
That's why you
Why
see
not one
Ishmael. They trying to buck. They bucking. Hey, shit smell. Elon bucking. Hey, all these small nations are bucking because they know now. Are you full of shit? What the scripture say? They should call them the border of wickedness.
Yeah, the Hamite
You know what I'm
nations.
saying?
Everybody's standing up to and going against Esau Edom. And they getting called on their history too.
Oh yeah.
You know, they getting called out. You know, like you said, they tried to take actual history and make it theory. Try to say, well, you're teaching what do you call it? Toxic ideology, propaganda. No, man, you can't make the summer of 1919, the Red Summer, propaganda. It's fucking history.
That's right.
And everything else that happened before and after that. You know, the church bombing, all them hangings and shit. Lake Lanier, you know, all the drown towns. When they were like 20, 23, 25 drown towns.
Shit, Central
that
Park
they
is
showed.
right.
You know?
Central Park is built over on niggas' land.
Exactly,
Yeah,
man. So
right,
you
man.
can't, you know, and guess what? It was Trump that set that in motion. You know, why niggas is talking about Trump. Trump was the one that came against that 1619 project, all right, and then started using it called it toxic propaganda ideology. No, it's fucking the actual history, motherfuckers. All right, you always want to bring up, you know, the Holocaust, you know, but you know, which you know that the Holocaust got more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
And they
Like
own
some-
people bringing that.
You know, and right, and even they right, and you make laws that that nobody can come with the receipts. You don't have to make laws to protect the truth. Don't play anti-semantics with us. You know, so you know you full of shit, man.
Yeah.
So you want to take actual history on how you got ahead and all the wickedness and the evil that you're doing to the people.
Right.
All right, you want to call it theory.
You're
Right. Critical race theory.
And still reap the benefits of
You
it.
know? Now let's play that video, Baba Shot. And see, when Jake get up on something, because you best believe they're going to try to shut this shit down next.
And I'm pretty sure Edomite told him. Because it's
And they didn't tell him
Probably
directly.
with
Right.
a sweet white woman.
Well,
Right.
for one, before this video came out, this is something we knew.
We already knew.
Millstone
Right,
mentioned it. You got the high towers downtown. You got these fucking apartments in Hyde Park.
Yep.
They all take Section 8 vouchers.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
got a lot,
Yeah.
which means
They
you
got
got it's
war.
Edomites mainly in those high
Yeah,
towers.
so-
So that means Edomites is on the Section 8. Elder Malcolm for years.
Yes.
I believe Elder Malcolm was the first person I ever heard going to the statistics.
Yeah.
Fuck
I think
Tommy
it was
Sotomayor. Fuck Kevin Samuels.
Yep.
Elder Malcolm was the one going to them numbers, man.
They probably
Yeah.
heard it from him.
And
I believe that both them guys have watched our videos and probably watched some of mine.
And Elder Malcolm brought out the first man I ever heard bring out about the fact that the biggest welfare recipients are Edomites.
100%.
And then you go Google it and you double check it. The man is 100% right because he
100%.
brought the numbers
First
out,
time I heard
and the numbers is right there on the internet.
Just as Edomites are the number one in every department
Well,
of wickedness and criminal, the Department of Justice. Only crime that niggas are the highest is petty robbery. Otherwise, it's all Esau. They're the
Niggas
number
be
one
hungry.
Yeah.
But
They're the
Esau
number one
just-
welfare, the whole number one murderer. They're the fucking bootleg, man.
Yeah, like I said, man, you know, the bald-faced,
Yep.
The necktie wearing pale man is the most
Man.
dangerous individual on the fucking planet.
Right, yeah.
Does
The niggas
With a
don't-
pen, with an axe, with
Yeah.
a knife, whatever it fucking be, man.
cartoon was a man?
Right.
Man, the cartoon.
You know,
Man, that's
because
a-
he'll be
yeah.
the doctor by day with a wife and children, and have a damn torture chamber, you know, under his
There you go.
basement
Yeah.
with
Dexter.
people in it.
Oh, that's what they got a
I
whole
just,
show.
I just looked at some, it was some image. I lost the image. I deleted it on accident because I actually meant to use the image and do a lesson on it. But it was some Edomite who had, I think he had 18 acres, and they found on his 18 acres, they found over 10,000 body parts.
Yeah.
All right, and he was a bald-faced, smooth-faced white guy that looked like he was a fucking banker. All right, with wife and children. They found over 10,000 body parts on his 18 acres of land, man.
What?
All right.
What the fuck? That was crazy.
So that's just one guy,
he probably
and he might not have been acting alone.
He might, yeah.
He might have had, you know, because Esau, that's how they get down.
Yeah.
What was that that movie that came out about a couple years back with the blonde broad with the big breasts?
Ready or not?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
What was it called? No, the movie was actually pretty good. They were trying to make fun of people who talked about conspiracy. It had Hillary Swank in it.
Don't look.
Oh, don't look up.
Don't
with,
look up.
Jonah
No.
Hill.
Hillary Swank
Oh,
wasn't in
yeah.
there.
I don't know.
It had that blonde chick.
Love.
And they took these people out and they had them thinking that they were in Georgia somewhere, but they were actually in some Eastern European country being hunted down. They were killing them.
Oh yeah. You know what?
And,
I saw
she
the
had to fight,
previews.
and it turned out that they only snatched up because she had the same name of the target. Because it was a group of people who all sent out a mass text laughing about it.
The Hunt.
The Hunt. That's it, brother.
You know what?
Yeah. So it was a movie. It was The Hunt. So it was a group of people, all random people, who who responded to something on the internet, and they all said negative things about it, telling the truth, and all the high up people who were involved in it, that was it, got fired and shit, and they were talking about the manor, and they was talking about how the manor is real, and they're hunting and killing people in the manor. So they flew all these people out, they caught all these people individually, drugged them. They all woke up and like, what the fuck? And it was, they all had mouths with gagged and shit, and they had shit everywhere, and they gave them weapons, and so that they could be hunted. And it was a good ass movie.
I've been meaning to watch that.
And they were like, where did it get you from? He's like, I was in a coffee shop in New York, I was in Alabama. I was in Idaho. They was like, and they snatched them all up, and they were hunting these people, man.
It made me
And the little blonde chick, they got her mixed up with somebody else because it turned out she was a former soldier.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
She,
Fucking ass
and she grew up in the woods, so she knew that. So she took her hair and made the static electricity and took the pin off that they had clipped on the name and put it on the leaf and figured out what way was north. And and she fucked their ass up. But you gotta see it, man.
It made me think of the one with Ice Cube, because he did a movie like that.
No, Ice-T.
Slip of the tongue.
Surviving the Game.
But that's the same vibration.
Same vibration.
And I
Surviving the Game is a good movie too.
And I forgot about that.
Yeah,
So Lord willing, now I'm about to watch that tonight, because I knew.
And it showed that Ice-T can actually act.
Yeah.
He
That's the
got out.
best role there.
I feel bad. My dick's
No,
that was he was out to bit up.
No, he was on his way up on that one.
Poison to the PJ.
That was when he was on his way up. I don't know about that. Right. But, no, and that game, that was one of his best movies when these niggas' ass was on the run. Man. But hey, you want me to play this now?
Barbecue shot, go ahead and play it, brother. Just so the people can hear, it come out another witness's mouth.
Right.
Read.
Where they get the idea for the movie from? Shit, somebody had to be a part of
That's
that
because
shit.
it's real.
Right.
Now I want to tell you how some of these folks had access to millions in assets, but were still qualifying for government assistance. About 8 years ago, my mentor was trying to teach me about trust and trust structure. And he started sharing information on some of his friends that have been gaming the system all these years. Just by moving all these assets into the trust, they had no income and no assets on paper. So therefore, they can start qualifying for whatever they needed. Section 8, food stamps, Medicaid, Medicare, you name it. But then he really blew my mind, because these parents that had put all their assets into a trust, now when it was time for their kids to go to college, guess what? Now they qualify for student loans, grants, Pell Grants, things of that nature. Instead of the parents having to pay the full ride for school, financial aid paid half, student loans paid the other half, but guess what? Since that student was still a beneficiary, the trust actually paid for the student loan portion.
There it is. So hey, shout out to my betrothed. Told you, man. The Lord gonna take it, cause I was talking about it. She sent me the story. That means she watching, she listening and learning. All right, here, but let me pull this story up.
Hey, man.
Pay your tithes.
Pay your tithe.
Let me
Pay your time.
No, I'm serious.
Real, man.
send it to the other phone.
serious.
Send it to my. Oh shit. I'm using that phone. Because the Rala sent me, sold me this bogus ass phone. But here it is. It says New York. This is in the New York Post. All right. So it says. I'll just read the headline. We don't have to get into it. I would like to. I might have to do a lesson on this later though. So I still got it. But it says. This is out of the New York Post, 2024, and this was January 6th. All right, and it says U.S. News serial killer Herb Baumeister's farm had 10,000 human remains. It's 18 acres.
What the fuck,
All right.
man?
So I can't.
That's a lot of land.
So man, I can't wait to actually get into this, man. But that just goes to show you. I always tell you, man, the most dangerous people is not one. God, I sent it on Instagram. Man, my girl, point boy.
Man. That's some wild. That's a lot of killing.
That's a lot of people killing,
that to these bodies. This process, and like the elder said, these just regular looking motherfuckers.
You would
Look
never
at John
know.
Wayne Gacy, little big fat freaky ass.
Oh, they called. What was that one dude? They called him handsome. He was getting fan mail.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Oh, they love not Marilyn Manson, but Charles Manson. And for the record, Charles Manson was actually really trying to take down Hollywood and the pedos and all the other shit.
Yeah, they don't like to bring that out, so I got it on.
He said the niggas was the children of God.
Yeah,
people don't know the true story about Manson.
That.
Yeah.
He said he was jealous because like niggas was the children of God. He really hated us.
That's why they hated him so bad and shut his ass up too.
He mentioned, he
wow.
always
Let me just
mentioned
read this part about Herb Baumeister, and that's a small. He's a small hatter too. On top of that, he's a J00. All right. Yeah, here's his face. I'm gonna put his face up. Told you that bald faced pale male. There he is. There's her. There's her.
Herb, you gonna die like Dean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can I get an express house?
He got that penis in
That's
me.
more killers than the fictional horror people like
American
Jason
Psycho.
Yeah.
All them.
With
And just take him around the room.
That's a chain on master.
Yeah.
Rock it down.
18 acres of land with 10,000 remains.
That's wicked as hell,
That's
man.
a small town, bro.
No, it's,
That's wicked as hell,
it's
man.
really it's dark web activities. Whenever you have that much land and a bunch of dead bodies, he was filming wild shit, man.
There's a movie years ago called The Dark Web.
You know they downplaying.
I told you, beware of the pale male with the bald face. They're the most dangerous individuals walking the earth today. It's not the dude with the face mask on. It's not the dude with the shiesty on. They some pieces of shit. Yeah, it ain't them. The dudes that's running in and snatching shit out the store and running out. It's not them, right? The dude who pushed the old lady down, snatched her purse and ran away. It's not him. It's motherfuckers like this. But it says 10,000 human remains found on serial killer's farm, and authorities are still identifying victims of this J00. Herb Baumeister dumped and mutilated remains of at least 12 gay teens. So he was on some. He was a
it's like it. Just real quick. That's how you know that the Lord has to put a spirit on you to do this shit, man.
Yeah. It's the real gay.
Because he did it. John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer did it.
Yeah,
that's another
right.
freak. No, it's like it. Just backing up this story. Because see, this not just, this is just one of many. All these dudes have one thing in common. They fucking Edomites.
Yeah, and it says these 12 gay teens and young men on his $1 million property outside of Indianapolis. So now we know exactly where he was.
He definitely was a
So like we say, man, you know, so it's whether it's taking your life or stealing your wealth or getting wealthy
Off your back.
exactly. This is what they do. Shameful spewing upon their glory, man. I saw a meme the other day, and I just deleted it. I decided I wasn't going to do the store lesson on it. But it was some Edomite that said that ever since he made his transition, because now he's a she or whatever.
No.
But ever since he's made transitions,
Man.
all his straight friends have hit on him.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
They're not
Oh,
straight.
hell
Look,
no.
So I'm like, well, homie, your friends weren't straight.
They weren't straight.
No.
Matter of fact,
they
y'all
was,
was just a group of fruits. Because
Wait on you.
because now it's like, right, it's like,
They
damn.
probably already.
They had no
So it's
say.
like, damn, Mike
Look.
has tits now.
Man, look, Salaki.
You know?
Listen, Salaki, Elder Malcolm, in that place where that shit just went down when dude got his shit broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the business of the Lord. It's 3 of these things within the 20-foot, like how we sitting in this room, pause. It's us, it's 3. It's one that was fucking tall. I'm so glad. It was this jigaboo that worked with me, and she cool. We talk a little bit, you know. And she said, it's just too much of this shit. Because I said, man, I was tired of seeing men without they part serve drinks, man. She even said it.
Wow.
She even said it. She said,
So
I told her that. She said, it's way too much like that. It is ridiculous. It's 3 of them, man. And you got to call them. Look, it was a situation.
Like the dude years ago
Look,
when I
man,
worked at
it's
Balance
wild,
and made
man.
the complaint about faggotism.
To see that
He created
they
a word.
be shaking and dancing and all the songs, and then these dudes, going back to what you were saying earlier, that's why I'm bringing this out. These fucking so-called straight dudes, they be back there hugged up with the mo, dancing with them when fucking Sexy Red come on, and these look like bots, man.
Because you know what, the society has made that cool, and you know you got a lot of
these
people.
so-called straight dudes, man. All you niggas is freaks, man.
So look, man, if you know, look, you know, if you want to go and get with
It's crazy,
Bruce
man.
Gender, you know,
Right.
you want to go and get with
crazy,
Bruce
man.
Gender, man, then you really you that's been your tendency all along.
A fruit
You know, you might as well go and have
Girl with a
your
rod.
you might as well go ahead and have your coming out party.
It was so wicked that in
Because-
the situation. I would just want to say this because I experienced the situation. I was doing security at this certain one spot, and it was a Jake Mill, like a black Jake Mill, you know, and a black woman, a so-called black woman, you know. So they sitting there, they ain't really fucking with nobody and nothing. And I greeted the dude and I talked to him and you know I said what's up, you know, to both of them, and they was in there for like an hour. So then the manager of this particular place come up to me, and this certain shit when I don't pay attention to it, like, but I observe it. But this shit was fucked up. And he said, man, we got to kick somebody out. And I'm like, all right, you know who we got to kick out? And he was talking, and he said, them too. I said, why? You know, I'm like, why? You know, he telling me the situation because they went against the, you know, the alphabet policy.
Wow.
But listen. This the point. And the black woman, I just see the black woman like, no, like what I do, no, that's. So I'm on the outside letting them deal with it, but I'm watching what happened, and I told dude, hey, look, man, y'all ain't caused no problems, but dude understood, and the black woman was freaking out, but it was because she didn't want to go in the bathroom with one of those fucking things that worked there. She said, that's a man, I'm not finna, and they letting this thing, she like, I'm not.
I can't be mad at her.
Exactly.
I can't be mad at her.
I said, she right. That's a fucking man.
Whether it was my
And the dude
woman,
said,
my
man,
sister,
man,
my
that
friend,
shit-
my acquaintance,
She was
my
right.
client. You
No,
know, she's
and
like,
me
I
and the
gotta
brother-
use it, but that, you know, I'm like,
Me and the
hey,
brother was mad as fuck.
you need to come out so
Me and
she
the
can use the
brother was-
bathroom.
Man, still got a ride.
But it's that thing, man.
That
It's
shit
one of
crazy.
it's even what if they do or they don't, man.
That
They
shit
be doing
bugged out.
man, that shit wicked as hell.
You shouldn't
man.
have to accept
I was
that.
so mad, bro.
That's right.
I was so fucking me and the brother, we was so mad, bro. I said they bogus as hell for that shit. And she wasn't in there being irate or nothing, but she told
She
me
just simply was
Yeah,
like,
I
I don't
said,
want to, I'm
man.
not comfortable. I don't want to do that.
Man, I was so fucking mad. And that
So,
thing that
and
worked
you-
there.
you-
This shit is so hard. Listen, this place has got to fucking
That's
go,
right.
man. This place has to go, man.
I got precepts.
Read.
Real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 5
That
and
shit
7.
wicked as fuck, man.
And the Sodomite sea shall cast out a fish and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof, man. So like this alphabet shit, it's on a whole nother level.
Man.
Even since the days of Rome.
Hey,
And it's just gonna get worse.
Hey.
And then it's just gonna get weirder. Because
Wow.
you're gonna couple that, they're gonna show more of these things, these trans gentlemen on media. They're gonna I'll never forget, man, this nigga Charleston White said it, man. He said, on top of the trans gentlemen, they're gonna sexualize children on a whole nother level.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. The P come in. It's LGBT. That's the last alphabet. No, just go to what you go ahead.
Right.
Finish.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah, they want to add the P.
Yeah,
That's no secret.
No, it's MAP, minor attracted persons.
Wow.
That's gonna be a thing now,
God,
man.
man, what the fuck, man?
That's a thing now.
Yeah,
man.
so hey, well, they already got websites for 'cause I don't even want to search shit on my phone. But they got the websites for toys for toddlers.
I was
man.
just finna say that.
So that's that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And that's pretty sick, man. Because who could think to make their sexual organs not even developed, don't even work. The only thing they work for is the pee and shit.
They don't even know what the
they don't work.
Right.
It's a part of
Right.
school curriculum.
So now you
wicked as fuck, man.
you know, you got a teacher. You as a teacher, you shouldn't even feel comfortable showing a child who recently off the breast milk what a toy is for.
I was just gonna say that's why. Hey, Salaki, I was just gonna say, you know, it goes into the end times, but this shows you that we at the end of the end, because the scriptures say what? Woe unto those who give suck in those days, man. It's a shame to have children nowadays. It's scary as fuck to have children. And if you got children, man, and the Lord protecting them, whether you fuck with them, see them or not, it's a beautiful thing that the Lord blesses and covers your children, man.
Yeah.
This is a wicked ass place, man.
No, I was gonna say
this place is so fucking wicked, man.
Fucking on the East Coast.
It's a
I
blessing,
forget
man.
where. It's on the East Coast, somewhere in the Northeast. They just recently broke the record for most attendance for drag queen story time.
Wow.
It was over like 300. I want to say it was over 300 in attendance, and I'm talking small children for drag queen story time. So this is where we at.
You know, now if I had a woman and I had a child that was Salaki, a child that was, you know, going to hear story time, and I learned about that, that relationship will instantly be over.
Yep, there it is.
Instantly.
Automatically.
Yeah. All right.
And that's the going to it, separating houses, like in marriages and Wisdom of Solomon 14 with that.
Because I know you can't, you know, stop this shit from happening, but you can just not participate. You know, so I find out that my child, my grandchild, my friend's fucking child, I'm gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah. And there were fathers in it. Well, no, it's like it. There were males.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, these niggas are weak, man.
Yeah, we clean it up. Let me clean it up. Slocky.
Like
There were males in attendance with their children.
What that's telling me is that those males are borderline, if not, you know, yeah, they actually want to get down. They want to do try some shit. They cool with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you right now. A straight man, a real man. There's no way he want to be in attendance, and then you can double that to bringing his child to it.
Yeah.
He don't want.
Or his niece, or his nephew, whoever.
Hey, it's so crazy. Any real father. It was a gay dude. Video just went viral.
Yep.
This is a gay man. And these other gay motherfuckers is pissed off at him.
Yep.
Cause he said, I'm not exposing my son to
what
I do. I don't want him to think basically he gotta do this or know to do that. I don't want him kissing another boy. I'm not exposing him to that.
Yep.
He don't want his own son doing it.
Because he knows it's wrong.
He like, if he gonna do that, let him figure out his fucking own. I don't want to deal with this
I want
shit.
him to see this shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
He the only straight nigga with a little bit of, gay nigga with a little bit of sense, man.
Right.
And this shit
Bring it
wicked,
out, brother.
man.
We gonna give it a rap.
And they ready to assassinate this man.
They call him a traitor.
But say what? Hey, but what's their biggest MO? What's their biggest MO? Don't judge, right?
Yeah.
How does this shit make? It's hypocrisy. That's why the Lord. This is a hypocritical nation, man.
It was an interview going around, and this dude was asking asking people what is the youngest person they'll deal with, And one of these dudes said he had deal with a 9-year-old girl.
What?
What?
This is a fucking Jake that said this shit too.
Hey, it's a nigga who said. Hey, it was a video
Alright.
where a nigga was talking about like, Jake is wicked. They can't wait for this shit to be passed. Hey, for one, Jake was already gay. These niggas was already in these gangs.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I stopped fucking with a nigga. In the world, I got into
Because them niggas have been in and out of jail, and a lot of them jail dudes.
No, this nigga wasn't never. Yeah.
Big Mo?
Oh yeah, Big Mo. Yeah, Big Mo. He said, man, I don't know about him. You know
On the
what
way
I'm
to the
saying?
competition.
You know
Did
what
I
I'm
tell
saying?
you about my homie?
Yeah.
And when you mentioned what you said about that dude you grew up with,
Yeah.
and I mentioned about the big, he said, man, you would thought all these guys was the big folks. He said, because he did like 15 years. Started, he went in the early 90s. He said, all these dudes you thought was dudes, he said, it broke my eyes, bro. These niggas was walking in there with the dude, and they was getting down.
It was crazy.
He said, I seen that shit, man.
Yeah,
He said, yeah.
It don't even matter what gang you think you. Hey, look, all them niggas with that
Freaks,
shit.
man.
Hey, all them niggas with that shit. For one, they
They
have
be gay,
all
man.
these drugs. They be have all these drugs.
Yep.
And they just do what the fuck they was gonna wanted to do anyways. Them thoughts they been suppressing, they
Sons
just
of
do it.
Belial.
I was
So
just
the
gonna
man-
mention because it goes back
Sons
before
of
that,
Belial.
before the drug heavy usage.
Right.
The Sons of Belial was your modern day gangbangers.
Yeah. Right.
All right, when
Belial.
you read the account of Judges, they was gay.
Yeah.
They was
Right.
gay. They wanted
And
to
they was
rape. They
gangbangers.
wanted to rape the dude. They was gangbangers.
Why?
Right.
Gay.
So the
And
man,
they was wicked ass Benjamin.
right. So I got into it with my little female, which happened to been
Shaq and Diddy.
his female's buddy. We walking down the street, you know, you venting to the guy, man, fuck that bitch, wifey, man. Man, this man said, hey, look, fuck her, man. We should just be gay. And I stopped.
What?
I'm walking down the
Record
street.
skip like a-
Right, we walking down the street. And he said in a joking manner.
No, we don't
Hey,
talk like that.
I said,
hey, Benji.
well, like the last time I talked to that nigga.
Hey, Benji,
He said,
hey,
record
he
skip.
in there,
And that shit said, ah!
Hey, he in there with a lock me up. Go away to keep.
I said,
What's up with the water? You know?
it was crazy. You know, you be with a motherfucker every day. You know, this shit fucked me up. Cause a straight nigga don't talk like that.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Growing up, now I mentioned this before. The older brother said the same thing. Like the Wild Boss, they said that back in his day. Little nigga be like, "Would you blow a rod for $1 million?"
man.
That's these niggas. That's a wicked spirit.
It's a demon.
And then you mix that, it's like every nigga that had some nigga that said this shit.
It's
they was
some
young.
bugged out
Hey,
shit.
now you say that Steve Harvey, on his old comedy shit, used to make fun of that.
Richard
They talk about like,
My Lord.
well, shit, for $1 million, this shit ain't not much. I wouldn't do for $1 million. And he
See where you at now?
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Hey,
But
Benji,
damn.
They tell you they don't care.
Hey, Salaki Benji, you remember that interview came out and that dude was going around asking all them students what was the nastiest shit they did.
Okay.
And then they was saying,
Bro,
bro, they be saying some wild, they said some wild, wicked ass shit. Like, this is some wicked ass shit some teenagers was doing now. Like, Warren said he had sex with his mother. Like all type, yes.
And look, it's all sort of madness
Yeah.
on TikTok,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Instagram, all that shit.
Yeah, they saying
You know,
some
Yachty was
wicked ass shit, bro.
telling me like on the what is it the one that Elon Musk has now? Twitter. He said Twitter is just straight up porn on
It's
Twitter.
porn. It's porn. It's a freak nigga.
I've never been on Twitter, so I don't know. But
Yeah,
he
well,
told
that-
me, he was like, yeah, it's just straight up porn
You
on
would
Twitter.
be on the political comment section and you would scroll down and you just see porn. Somebody posted. Go to my page. Look, I'm the sexiest 18-year-old. It's free.
Facebook too.
And then there'll be some
They got the shot of the
a
rod.
bitch dealing with a nigga that's dressed like a. It's always just freakism.
Yeah, so this place is done, man. It is done. Bring out these last two. We gonna wrap it up, brother.
This second Esdras 5, I'm gonna start at 1. Nevertheless, as come the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above which now thou seest, or that has heard long ago. So this was when Esdras was. This is back in the time of Esdras. So he said the wickedness is going to be way worse than what you see.
That's right.
And from the shit, nigga, that you didn't heard from the past.
The scripture said, look at what grain of one grain of evil. It says, look at one grain of evil
We
seed.
sure are seeing it now, boy.
It said, look at one grain of evil seed and what it will be, how it
Yeah,
will
how
grow.
much?
The way these people are killing their own family members, men and women killing their own children, children killing their parents.
This bitch said in one
You know?
interview, she said she had a threesome with the man and his mother. He said the mother stopped her and was like, "This how you gotta suck his dick."
I seen that. I seen that.
Hey, you gotta be bugged.
Damn.
Them relationships,
Yeah, I
when
seen
you
it.
see them
That
bugged
was
out
horrible.
relationships between the mom and the son,
son,
and they
They
just all too much lovey dovey. Cause 9 times out of 10,
Natasha
she
liar.
fucking him.
Natasha liar.
She fucking
You
him.
remember him?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
Natasha
that
liar?
nigga
With
was too
the
bugged out with
forehead,
his
the
mama.
forehead picture with him and shit, all that. He fell
I
off too.
be too
I
close
ain't
to my
forget his
mama. I
motherfucker.
feel you look
Man,
like,
fuck
okay,
all that
mama,
shit,
I love you. and shit.
That nigga, and he the best that ever did it on this music shit, man. But that brother R. Kelly said some wicked ass.
Oh yeah, about his mama.
Just handed out a focus on that camera.
So the
Go ahead.
Lord, what he did wasn't unrighteous, but the Lord probably jacked him up for feeling like that.
He want the marry. He said he used to put his, he used to drink from her side of the cup where her lipstick was at.
Oh,
He was
Oh,
so
yeah.
obsessed
So he
with his
have a
mama.
demon.
He wanted to
What,
marry
huh?
R.
He
Kelly.
wanted to marry his mama.
He got a whole story. I remember she used to get a coffee.
And McDonald's.
Yep. And I tried to coffee, but I made sure I drink off her side of the cup where her lipstick mark was at. And I asked her to marry her. He wants to marry his mama.
And I had to stop dealing with this chick because her son was so wicked. He said, I'm going to marry her.
And I love R. Kelly.
He said, I'll marry my mama. And then he said, I like that my mama got a fat ass. And he smacked that motherfucker in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And she probably twerking on him and everything. These
All
bitches
that.
are wicked. They
That's
bite
why
their
they dress
sons
their
up.
babies up like the men that left them.
Yeah.
Because they want a
They
man.
raise
This-
a boy. They raise a husband.
Yeah, that's why the spirit, they in the spirit.
Man,
This is
wow.
my king.
This
You
is
know,
why
I love R.
this
Kelly,
is
but we gotta
sick
call
of
this
me.
shit out.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing this shit. Go ahead, bro.
God.
This shit is extra wicked. Go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 82:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Read.
Hey man, you got women, Oprahs, you got all this wickedness. You can't even say anything against these transformers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't say nothing about the JOOs.
None of that.
Yeah, you know, you
Can't
can't,
get mad.
basically you can't speak truth.
Oh, what
You
happened
know,
to free speech?
when you got some medical shit that ain't right, you can't speak about it.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I thought we had free speech.
Hey, can he hit this Ephesians 5?
This is 2 Timothy 3, we'll start at 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves,
Oh yeah.
covetous, boasters,
That's that YOLO spirit.
I just mentioned it. That's the spirit, man.
boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy,
That's what my former best friend in the world. He on that YOLO shit.
without natural affection, truth breakers.
To him, if you ain't got a big ass house and a drop top Benz and going to Thailand, you know, once a year for a month, then you ain't living.
He getting that boy pussy.
All right.
Right.
Lady man, lady boy.
Some more of that, brother.
I
Lady
just
boy.
mentioned that.
False accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of
Oh,
those.
you said fierce. Fierce goes back to the savage, man. They like to say they savage, man.
Yep, they do that. Yep.
Despisers of those that are good. Like you said, we can't say nothing that's on the right side of anything.
That's what
Yep.
Isaiah.
Okay?
Bring yours out. We wrapping it, brother.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 11. It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
There it is, man. And it's a shame to speak of them to the point where, you know, we get sick just talking about it.
Right. Read a little more.
Verse 13. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by
So we
the light.
still do have to speak. That's the funny
Yeah,
part.
we have to.
It's so damn vexing, but you gotta mention it because we gotta expose this devil.
Isaiah 6:9. It says,
Hey,
how
that's
long,
okay.
Lord?
The day comes, man, when we gonna stop fishing and start hunting. And
Jacob is sick when he hearing about this
you
shit.
know.
You hearing about? I don't even want to repeat the shit we done said. You heard the shit we said. You mentioning this shit and you hearing about this shit. It really just it blows
Yeah,
you.
then you click on something and see the shit, and it really
Bro,
pisses you
oh
off.
man,
And now your phone
Stay on
hurts
Twitter,
your
bro.
ass, shit.
Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Abba Babal.
Abba Babal.
That's all, folks.